Hello everybody, it's Max McAllister back with another episode of Cycle with Max. And today's lesson here, I'm going to give you the best and most important tip I've ever learned when I was first learning to draft behind another cyclist in front of me. So to make drafting safer and easier and more comfortable, relaxing, and enjoyable. So the first problem beginner cyclists have is that their natural fear is for them to look down behind the wheel that they're trying to follow. So real beginners are not going to want to get anywhere near that wheel in front of them because they're frightened or scared, particularly as they come in line behind the bike. Nobody's too afraid to be way off to one side of another bike. They might come up here or there. But if you're actually going to try and get organized in a group and ride in a line or ride with your friend or just want to save some energy, then obviously you got to learn to draft. And so this problem is that when you're on your bike and you're just behind the bike in front of you, if you look down at the ground, this is your line of sight. You don't have any idea what's going on at all in reality. And what you're hoping is that in the nanosecond between something popping out from under this rider's wheel and coming to your wheel, that you're going to be able to do something about that or react. And it's just not possible. So the most important thing that a beginner or intermediate cyclist can do to improve their safety while drafting is you need to pick your gaze up and get it further down the road. Now, eventually you'll be able to just gauge off of the rider's body in front of you, and you'll just get a natural sensation. But it's very difficult to go from here to here. So the best tip I ever learned as to how to do that, to take you from there to there, came from a buddy of mine named Jason Young. And he taught me to look between the rider in front of you, look between their leg, their bike, and look at their front hub, okay? And if you do that, so now if I'm on my bike, my line of sight now becomes forward on the ground of a whole bike in front of me. So now if this rider is coming to a pothole, I actually have time, if the pothole or the manhole cover or who knows what is coming at me, to do something to react. The next thing is, it's very easy to see the person who can't look up from the bike because they're never able to hold a space. They're always kind of surging up and easing back and surging up and easing back, or weaving over to one side and kind of dropping back into line and weaving over and dropping back into line. The reason this person can never stabilize and just ride steadily behind the bike in front of them is because they're trying to react to nanoseconds of danger. So first of all, you're worried about crashing into this bike, never mind what's coming out from underneath it. There's no way to ride like that safely. You're going to be extremely stressed. You're never going to be comfortable behind the bike. Your goal has to be to get your vision up and down the road. So if you come from behind, you can kind of get an idea here. Sorry, but I don't have a chain on this bike. We were using it for another lesson the other day. But this is what we're trying to get here. Something like this. So if I'm riding, you're looking between my leg towards the front hub of my bike, and you're going to be standing about you're going to be riding about where the camera is, a couple inches off my bike. And so now this is what you're looking through. That kind of becomes your sight glass. And if you do that, that one thing will help you relax significantly, and you'll start getting an easier gauge of where the bike is in front of you. And eventually you'll just start finding yourself looking kind of in this range. So the other advantage to all of this is the more you can see into the group ahead of you, the more time you have to react to bigger problems. So, and when I say bigger problems, you can start to see a line separate or move or swerve from danger further up ahead. But so if you're still, like I said, it's obvious if 3 bikes up or 5 bikes up, somebody's swerving around a big hole in the road, you're not going to see that when you're looking here. But if I'm able to look here, I'm going to see one bike, bike number 5 swerve, 4, 3, 2, and back to me. I'm already ready for it. I'm completely relaxed. I'm just going to ease around whatever the thing is in the road and right back in line with the rider in front of me. So best tip I ever got, look through the rider's leg at the hub, and I'm kind of demonstrating looking through the left side of the bike because, typically riders echelon, they call it echelon, organize themselves out diagonally from the right. If you happen to be echeloning back into the right, you're just going to look between the right leg of the rider in front of you. So whichever side of the bike you're riding on, that's the way to get your point of vision off of the ground and get it up the road more. So hopefully that tip helps you become a better cyclist and helps make drafting more fun and relaxing and pleasurable to do. So this is Max. Please subscribe to my channel and we'll be back with more videos soon.